Three-Eye Atlas. A name that appears simple at first glance, yet feels strangely powerful. It sounds like the title of a hidden project, or a tool built for something far bigger than what we can see. But before we dive into the myths and mysteries, let's answer the first and most important question. What is Three-Eye Atlas? Three-Eye Atlas is often described as a digital system, a platform, or a data tool that organizes information on a massive scale. Some people say it was created to map global intelligence. Others believe it was designed to collect patterns from across the internet. A few even claim it has something to do with advanced AI research. But here's the interesting part. No one fully agrees on its true purpose. When you search for Three-Eye Atlas, you don't find official websites or verified sources. Instead, you find fragments, tiny bits of information hidden in old tech forums, scattered mentions in documents, and random posts by anonymous users. It's almost as if the system exists in the shadows, half finished, half forgotten, or intentionally hidden. And this is where the mystery begins. Some say Three-Eye Atlas was an experimental project, built to understand human behavior and global trends. Others believe it was an internal tool used by researchers or private companies, but never released to the public. And then there are those who think the entire concept is something much larger, something connected to big data, deep learning, or a secret initiative that was never meant to be discussed openly. But the truth is, we don't have a clear answer. What we do have is curiosity. The name Three-Eye Atlas itself raises questions. What does Three-Eye stand for? Is it intelligence, information, insight? Is it interactive integrated interface? Or is it something more cryptic, something only its creators would understand? And then there's the word Atlas. In mythology, Atlas was the titan who carried the world. When people first hear the name Three-Eye Atlas, they often react with a mix of curiosity and confusion. It's not a name you find in everyday conversation. It's not connected to a popular company, a known product, or a public system. And yet, it appears across the internet in small, strange ways, tiny clues buried in old discussions, half-finished documents, and unverified notes. So what exactly is Three-Eye Atlas? To understand it, we need to start with the basics, what people think it is, what little information is available, and why this name keeps returning again and again. At its simplest, Three-Eye Atlas is often described as a digital platform or data system. Some say it collects information. Some say it maps intelligence patterns. Others believe it was meant to be a tool that organizes massive amounts of global data. But here's the interesting part. No one truly knows. There is no official description, no public release, no clear document explaining its purpose. All we have are pieces. Many researchers believe that Three-Eye Atlas was created as part of a larger digital experiment. The idea was to build a system capable of reading, sorting, and connecting huge amounts of information like news, research papers, online conversations, and even digital behaviors. The goal may have been simple, to help experts understand the world more clearly. But the problem is, this explanation is only one of many. To understand why people are confused, we need to look at the name itself. The three-eye in Three-Eye Atlas has been interpreted in many different ways. Some believe it stands for information, intelligence, and insight, three things any advanced data system would need. Others think it means interactive integrated interface, which could describe a tool built for organizing or displaying complex information. A smaller group believes the three-eye represents three separate phases of a project, or three layers of data processing, or even three creators involved in designing the system. In truth, no one knows for sure. And that's where the mystery grows. The second part of the name Atlas is much more symbolic. The word Atlas in mythology refers to the titan who carried the world on his shoulders. In modern times, it means a collection of maps, a powerful tool used for navigation and exploration. So when you combine 3I with Atlas, you get a name that feels both technical and monumental. It suggests a system built to carry or organize something enormous like the digital world. But if 3I Atlas was truly designed to hold such power, why is there so little information about it? To answer that, we need to look deeper into how it appears online. Most mentions of 3I Atlas come from old technical forums, anonymous posts, or tiny fragments in documents that were never explained. For example, one forum user once claimed the system was a global data mapping tool. Another hinted that it was a structured intelligence network. A third described it as a predictive model based on interconnected data points. None of these claims were proven. None came with screenshots, evidence, or official confirmation. This lack of clarity creates two possibilities. Either 3I Atlas was a real system that was never fully released, or it was a concept that never became complete. Some experts believe it may have been an internal project created by researchers or analysts. It might have been used temporarily, tested privately, and then abandoned. Many digital tools start this way, built for a purpose, tested for a short time, and then quietly removed when no longer needed. However, there is another theory, one that makes the story of 3I Atlas even more fascinating. Some believe that 3I Atlas was intentionally kept in the shadows. If it was designed to organize sensitive data or analyze complex patterns, the creators may have chosen to keep it invisible to the public. Not every system is meant to be known. Some tools work quietly in the background, collecting and connecting information without drawing attention. This idea becomes even more interesting when we consider one important detail. 3I Atlas does not seem like a beginner's project. It sounds sophisticated, structured, purposeful. A system named 3I Atlas doesn't feel like something accidental. It feels like something planned. There are also small hints that the platform, or at least the concept behind it, might have been used in fields like cybersecurity, digital mapping, or AI development. A few documents mention Atlas-style nodes, data bridges, and intelligent integration points. Are these connected to 3I Atlas? We don't know. But the similarity in terminology raises questions. Another clue comes from how people describe it. Many who talk about 3I Atlas use words like framework, architecture, mapping layer, insight engine, pattern collector. These aren't random terms. They usually belong to advanced digital systems, systems that analyze, learn, or predict. But again, everything connected to 3I Atlas feels incomplete. And that is the most important part of Chapter 1. 3I Atlas is not a system we can fully define. It's not a platform we can open or download. It's not a tool we can clearly trace. Instead, it exists in a space between reality and theory, half known, half unknown. A digital ghost with a powerful name. So what do we know for certain? We know it appears online, but only in fragments. We know the name feels intentional, not random. We know it connects to ideas about data, intelligence, and global patterns. And we know that people continue to search for it, talk about it, and try to understand it. In a world filled with information, 3I Atlas stands out because it gives us something rare, a mystery that refuses to explain itself. This is why so many theories exist. This is why so many myths surround it. And this is why people continue to ask the same question: what is 3I Atlas really? In the next chapter, we will look at the myths that have formed around this unusual system, myths that stretch from hidden government projects to futuristic AI networks, to ideas that sound like science fiction. But before we move on, one thing is clear. Chapter 1 shows us that 3I Atlas is not just a system, it is a question waiting to be answered. While Chapter 1 explored the facts we know about 3I Atlas, Chapter 2 takes a closer look at the myths and rumors that surround this mysterious system. For every piece of fact, there seems to be 10 stories, guesses, and theories. These myths are what make 3i Atlas so intriguing, drawing curiosity from people all over the internet. One of the most common myths is that 3i Atlas is a secret government project. Many online forums claim that it was designed to track global intelligence or monitor digital behavior. According to this theory, the system collects information from countless sources, government databases, private networks, and even online communications. Some believe it was created to map the world in a completely new way, combining data from different sectors to predict trends or events. But here's the truth. There is no concrete proof that any government owns or operates 3i Atlas. No official document confirms its existence as a government tool. Yet, the myth persists because the system appears sophisticated and structured. The name Atlas also adds to the illusion of a powerful, far-reaching project. People naturally associate Atlas with something monumental, capable of carrying enormous responsibility, like a secret global system. Another popular myth is that 3i Atlas can predict the future. This idea has gained traction on blogs and discussion boards. Some claim that the system uses advanced algorithms and artificial intelligence to analyze massive amounts of data, not only to understand the present, but also to forecast events. According to this story, 3i Atlas can detect patterns invisible to humans, making predictions about politics, economics, or even personal behavior. The reality, however, is different. While predictive analytics exist in many modern systems, there is no verified evidence that 3i Atlas has this ability. The myth likely grew from the system's mysterious nature and its apparent connections to data and intelligence. Humans have always been fascinated with predicting the future, and a mysterious tool like 3i Atlas becomes the perfect vessel for such stories. Third myth revolves around outer space connections. Some online enthusiasts claim that 3i Atlas is more than just a digital system. They say it's involved in mapping unknown star systems or even tracking extraterrestrial signals. These claims are often tied to conspiracy theories or science fiction discussions. The myth suggests that the system may have data or insights about planets, stars, or galaxies that no ordinary person can access. Of course, this is highly speculative. There is no verified evidence linking 3i Atlas to outer space exploration. However, the myth persists because the name itself is powerful and imaginative. Combining 3i and Atlas evokes thoughts of intelligence, mapping, and exploration concepts that naturally stretch into space in the minds of curious people. Another interesting myth is that 3i Atlas is controlled by a secretive group of individuals or companies. Some claim that its creators wanted to keep it hidden to maintain power or influence. According to these stories, the system contains insights or information that could give its owners an edge over the rest of the world. The myth portrays 3i Atlas as a tool of control, a key to knowledge that is intentionally kept out of public view. Why do these myths exist? In part, it's because the system itself is elusive. There is very little publicly available information. Its fragmented mentions across forums, blogs, and documents leave a lot of room for imagination. Humans naturally try to fill gaps with stories. When something is unknown, mysterious, or inaccessible, myths form quickly. Some myths even suggest that 3i Atlas has AI intelligence of its own. This idea claims that the system can think, analyze, and learn independently. According to this story, 3i Atlas isn't just a tool, it's almost a digital being. It observes patterns, processes enormous data, and adapts over time, potentially learning things even its creators didn't anticipate. Again, there's no concrete evidence to support this theory. Yet, it's easy to see why people might believe it. The combination of a powerful name, scattered hints online, and our fascination with artificial intelligence makes the myth feel plausible, even if it isn't verified. Finally, There are myths that 3I Atlas may never have been real at all. Some claim it was an idea, a concept, or even a hoax created to spark curiosity or discussion. Perhaps it was a test, a way to see how people respond to mysterious names, or a story that spread online because it captured attention. These myths highlight an important point. Even if 3I Atlas never existed as a fully functional system, the name alone has power. It sparks curiosity, fuels discussion, and inspires imagination. Myths, after all, often carry as much influence as reality. So what can we learn from these myths? First, myths form when information is scarce and curiosity is high. Second, the more mysterious a system is, the more people want to believe it holds secrets. And third, myths can survive and grow, even in the absence of facts. For 3I Atlas, these myths have created a story larger than the system itself. People talk about it, write about it, and wonder about it, even without verified evidence. In a way, the myths have become a part of 3I Atlas's identity. They exist alongside the little facts we know, blurring the line between reality and imagination. In the next chapter, we will explore the remaining mysteries of 3I Atlas, the clues, hidden hints, and strange patterns that continue to puzzle people today. Here, we will look at the unknown parts of the system, the things that are neither confirmed facts nor myths, but questions that remain unanswered. Chapter 2 shows us that while myths may exaggerate or mislead, they also reveal our fascination with 3I Atlas. They show why people keep searching for answers, and why curiosity about this mysterious system continues to grow. While Chapter 1 explored the facts and Chapter 2 covered the myths, Chapter 3 dives into the mysteries of 3I Atlas. These are the elements that remain unexplained, the pieces that make this system fascinating, confusing, and sometimes even a little magical, even after decades of discussion online. 3I Atlas continues to remain a puzzle. There are mentions of it in forums, scattered references in documents, and hints from anonymous users, but nothing official. No creator has stepped forward. No company claims it. And yet, the system's presence is undeniable. This is the first mystery: why something so powerful remains so hidden. Some researchers believe that 3I Atlas was intentionally designed to be obscure. If it deals with large-scale data, intelligence mapping, or predictive systems, keeping it hidden might be part of its purpose. Perhaps it was never meant for public eyes. Perhaps it continues to exist quietly in the background of digital networks, unseen but functioning. Another mystery is the system's origin. Nobody knows who built it. Some say it was a group of developers experimenting with global data systems. Others claim it was created by private companies or secret research labs. And a few people even suggest it could be an abandoned government project. But there is no proof of any of these theories. The truth about its origin remains buried, and every new hint raises more questions than answers. One of the most fascinating aspects of 3I Atlas is the way it appears online. It isn't advertised. There is no official website. Instead, it appears in fragments. A forum post from years ago mentioning Atlas nodes. A leaked document referring to 3I architecture. Mentions of integration layers or pattern mapping. These scattered clues suggest that the system might exist or might have existed in some form. Yet they are incomplete. Each fragment is like a piece of a puzzle with no edges, leaving people to imagine the whole picture. Another major mystery involves the system's potential purpose. Some suggest it is a data mapping system, designed to analyze and connect information across different sectors or regions. Others think it might have been an AI-powered analytical tool, capable of detecting patterns and generating insights that humans cannot see easily. A few even theorize that it was designed for predictive intelligence, anticipating trends or events using complex algorithms. The real question, however, is this: If 3i Atlas exists, what is it actually doing today? Nobody knows. Some hints suggest it could still be running in hidden networks. Others believe it was abandoned and left incomplete. Yet the system continues to spark speculation because the fragments online feel intentional. They give the impression of something sophisticated, structured, and purposeful, something that exists in the shadows, quietly holding secrets. Another strange mystery is the symbolism of its name. We know Atlas evokes the idea of carrying the world, and 3i may suggest intelligence, information, or integration. But why this combination? Why these letters? Some theorists believe the name was deliberately chosen to create curiosity and wonder. Others think it hints at the system's layers, nodes, or functions. Either way, the name itself contributes to the system's allure and ongoing mystery. Some even suggest 3i Atlas may have layers or hidden nodes, points within the system that are inaccessible to ordinary users. These nodes could represent advanced functionality, secret algorithms, or even connections to other systems. There's no confirmation, but the idea of hidden layers adds depth to the mystery and keeps people searching for answers. Perhaps the most intriguing mystery is how 3i Atlas blurs the line between reality and imagination. We have fragments of information, but no complete system to study. We have a powerful name, but no official description. And we have countless myths, but no confirmed purpose. This combination creates a story larger than the system itself, one that exists not only in technology but also in human curiosity, the mystery of 3i Atlas also reflects a bigger idea that some systems, tools, or concepts are designed to remain partially unknown. Their purpose may never be fully revealed. They exist in fragments, leaving enough clues for people to imagine, explore, and speculate. In a way, the story of 3i Atlas is as much about human curiosity as it is about the system itself. So what can we conclude from these mysteries? First, 3i Atlas is not fully understood. Even after decades of speculation, fragments, and online discussion, the full system remains hidden. Second, the system's design, structure, and name suggest it was meant to handle something significant: data, intelligence, or insights, but we don't know the specifics. And third, the system continues to captivate minds precisely because it is incomplete, invisible, and mysterious. In many ways, the true power of 3i Atlas lies not in what it does, but in the questions it raises. Who created it? What is it really used for? Does it still exist today? And why does it remain so hidden? These questions may never be fully answered. And that is the beauty of 3i Atlas. It exists at the edge of reality and imagination. It is part fact, part myth, and part mystery. As we move into the outro, remember this: 3i Atlas may never be fully explained, but its story reminds us of something important. Curiosity drives discovery. Mystery sparks imagination. And even the smallest fragments of knowledge can inspire endless exploration. After exploring the facts, the myths, and the hidden mysteries of 3i Atlas, one thing becomes very clear: the system exists somewhere between reality and imagination. We know small pieces of information, hints scattered across the internet, and mentions in documents or forums, but the complete picture remains unseen. Some people may feel frustrated, wondering why a system with such a powerful name remains so elusive. Others are fascinated, drawn in by the mystery and the unanswered questions. And that is the unique charm of 3i Atlas. It doesn't just hold information. It inspires curiosity. Throughout this journey, we learned a few key things. The facts tell us that 3i Atlas is likely a digital platform or system designed to organize, analyze, or map data. We have fragments, clues, and hints that suggest its structure and purpose, but the full truth remains hidden. The myths reveal human imagination at work. People have connected 3i Atlas to secret government projects, predictive AI, and even outer space. These stories may exaggerate or mislead, but they also reflect the fascination people have with the unknown. The mysteries are what make 3I Atlas unforgettable. Its origin, its true function, and its current existence are still unknown. Each fragment, hint, or symbolic reference raises more questions than answers, keeping the story alive. Perhaps the most important lesson is that curiosity is powerful. Even without full answers, the fragments of 3I Atlas encourage exploration, imagination, and wonder. Mystery can be just as meaningful as certainty, and sometimes the questions themselves are more exciting than the answers. So, is 3I Atlas real? Is it a tool, a myth, or a system that quietly exists somewhere in hidden networks? The truth may never be fully revealed. But one thing is certain: its story will continue to intrigue, inspire, and spark curiosity for years to come. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the facts, myths, and mysteries of 3I Atlas. If you enjoyed exploring this enigmatic system, make sure to subscribe for more videos that uncover hidden systems, strange technologies, and unsolved mysteries of our world and beyond.